Ciao a tutti ragazzi, oggi iniziamo un nuovo gioco che avete votato voi su Telegram, si chiama The Cat Lady, è un gioco del 2012, ne ho sentito parlare molto bene e se ci piacerà faremo anche gli altri due giochi degli stessi creatori che anche quelli hanno recensioni molto positive. Allora è sempre una cosa molto tragica come piace a noi ed è in italiano, attenzione, queste sono sempre delle gioie inaspettate. Nuova partita, vediamo un po'.
My name is Susan Ashworth. I live alone in this old two-bedroom flat. I rarely go outside. Some would say it's a lonely life, and I guess that's true, but I don't like people's company. Not lately, anyway. I only trust my cats these days, and I will miss them dearly, but they will understand, like they always have. Teacup stays with me till the end. He watches me, as if he knew. Because earlier tonight, I swallowed a whole bunch of pills. They're legal, of course, prescribed by my doctor for my sleeping problems. But I've taken 34 of them, all I could find in the cupboard. And now the room around me spins in a blurry tango as my heart slows down. Any second now, I will be dead. I feel calm. I'm ready for it. I've only got one thing to say now. Thanks for nothing. Goodbye.
Ok, capitolo 1. Quindi abbiamo visto, insomma, l'inizio molto triste. La casa nel bosco. Allora, ci spostiamo. Ok. Quindi gioco con la tastiera. Allora. Premi per aprire il menu interattivo, scorri le opzioni disponibili, premi Enter per confermare. Allora, prima esaminiamo a questo punto. Mi sento stranamente attratta da questo posto. Devo trovare un modo per aprire questo lucchetto ed entrare. È chiusa. Chissà se è lei che dopo aver preso i medicinali che sta avendo questa sorta di visioni prima di morire. Allora, possiamo continuare di qua. Ora è diventato tutto grigio, forse sì. Penso sia una cosa tutta mentale a questo punto. Quella macchina però è rossa. Non si può passare a piedi. Sembra tutto abbastanza abbandonato. Sta crollando roba. Allora, l'ambulanza. Ok, esamina. Non posso andare oltre. Questa ambulanza blocca l'accesso all'uscita del tunnel. Forse non c'è proprio un'uscita? Passiamo attraverso l'ambulanza? Vediamo cosa c'è dentro. È chiusa? Quindi non abbiamo modo? Non la possiamo forzare? No. Dobbiamo tornare indietro. Che è successo?
What's making that noise?
C'è
Hello?
qualcuno
Who's
dentro
there?
l'ambulanza, forse?
Answer me.
Ah, siamo noi. Siamo morte. Guarda da vicino. Sono io, il mio freddo cadavere proprio di fronte ai miei occhi. Che ci fa qui? Susan, quindi noi ci chiamiamo Susan. Esamina, sembro così calma. Ruota la testa. Apri gli occhi. Gli occhi, ecco una delle cose che mi piacevano di me. Perfino ora brillano ancora un po'. Apri la bocca. Chiave. Meglio che la prenda con me. Basta? Non possiamo fare nient'altro con Susan? Per aprire l'inventario. Esamina. Fino a poco tempo fa nemmeno una chiave mi avrebbe aperto la bocca. Ora scopro che ce n'era una dentro. Non vedo nessuna serratura qui. Ok. Mo vediamo qui. Questa possiamo aprire il lucchetto di quella casetta che c'era all'inizio. Crolla roba, lei si ferma. Corre, oddio. Ok, ci è andata bene più o meno. Ok. Poi questo? Il cervo? Allora, adesso, quindi così, chiave, usa. Dove siamo? Ok, siamo entrati, di nuovo tutto grigio. Assi di legno, esamina. Il foro è stato ricoperto con questi assi di legno. Il cartello sotto dice pericolo interruttore d'emergenza. Tira. Non sono abbastanza forte da tirarle via a mani nude. Guarda attraverso. C'è senz'altro qualcosa lì. Non posso dirlo con certezza, ma sembra un interruttore. Macchina. Un sacrificio troppo lungo può fare del cuore una pietra. Occorre un altro sacrificio per farlo tornare indietro? Forse sto dicendo sciocchezze, questo è solo un vecchio macchinario dopo tutto. Accendi? Che strano, non sembra esserci alcun interruttore o pulsante su questa macchina. Come la si accende? La si accende da qua. Però lei non riesce a tirarlo. Come facciamo? Dobbiamo tornare fuori a vedere se riusciamo a trovare un qualcosa per togliere quelle assi. Il nostro classico piede di porco. Andiamo di qua, vediamo un attimo dove è andato il cervo. Ok, seguiamo il cervo. Sta andando nella foresta. Poi c'è un'altra macchina. Un sacco di macchine abbandonate. Siamo sempre noi impiccate però questa volta. Il mio cadavere impiccato a un albero. Dovrei essere spaventata, ma mi sento sola, vuota. Aspetta, cos'è quella cosa che luccica sul suo collo? È una chiave? Il corpo è troppo alto, non ci arrivo. Ok, togliamo la corda. La corda è legata con un nodo. Slega? Mi ci vorrebbero ore per scegliere questo nodo. Quindi ci vuole qualcosa che taglia. Possiamo entrare qui? La porta sembra sbarrata dall'altro lato. Non abbiamo oggetti. Dobbiamo trovare degli oggetti.
I can't remember this place. Am I
Non riesco a
lost?
ricordarmi questo posto. Mi sono persa? Quello non è stato tradotto così, tanto per. È cambiato tutto. I corvi. E quando mai? Immancabili anche questi. Oddio. Che esposizione raccapricciante. A me non è nella mia testa essere appesa alle sbarre. Ma aspettiamo infatti anche questa cosa. Ma è tutto chiuso? Sto corvo non c'è niente da fare. Allora, lo stiamo seguendo più o meno. Sta andando a fuoco la macchina? Boh. Seguiamo sto corvo, magari ci riesce a prendere lui la chiave? No, è tornato indietro. E se torna indietro ci attacchiamo al cacchio. Quindi forse dobbiamo fare in modo che il corvo riesca a prendere la chiave? Allora, adesso facendo avanti e indietro finiamo comunque negli stessi posti. Quindi obiettivamente forse qualcosa col corvo dobbiamo fare. Perché fino a qui continua ad andare qua. E qua la macchina sembra che stia fumando un po', come se dovesse andare a fuoco. Il problema è che il corvo così torna indietro. Piano piano. No, appena mi avvicino lì il corvo torna indietro. Ah, ma è cambiato di nuovo però. Quindi se continuiamo a seguire il corvo in verità cambia. Oddio. Povero cervo. Chi è stato? C'è qualcun altro qui? Estrai il coltello. Questo ci serve. Togli il non so cosa. Ah, siamo passati di qua. La scorciatoia. Va bene, usa il coltello sulla corda. Ok, quindi dal nostro cadavere questa volta prenderemo un'altra chiave. Sembro come se stessi solo dormendo. Vuote? No, perché allontanati? Susanna? Prendi la chiave. Ok. Quindi con questa chiave che possiamo aprire perché la porta quella lì si è aperta. Il cancello questo. Quindi usa la chiave qua sul cancello. Ok. E questa? Siamo noi da vecchie?
Welcome to my house, Susan Ashworth. I have been waiting for you, my dear. I knew you would turn up one fine day like this.
Who are you?
I have so many names, it's hard to pick one. But I'm curious, who do you think I am?
La morte, una vecchia signora vive nel bosco, sei Dio, sei il diavolo, davvero non lo so. Boh, secondo me siamo noi da vecchie, in verità. Facciamo così.
An old lady who lives in the woods?
Cazzo ti ridi?
Am I really, Susan? Are you that naive? Or perhaps you're too stubborn to see what I really am. I've waited all that time for you, and now you disappoint me.
You wasted your time waiting. I'm not worth waiting for. I'm just nobody. And you, to me, you're just a strange old woman sitting on a porch of her house. And those flowers you're holding, what are they for anyway?
I'm going to put some on your coffin, dear, after everyone's gone.
I wouldn't bother. I hate flowers.
Sono così belli i fiori. Che posto
What
è
is this
questo?
place?
This, my dear, is my humble kingdom, and this house is my castle. I rarely invite people in, just like you. I like my solitude. But you are a special guest, and I'm going to make an exception.
Me? Special? I can tell you now that there's nothing special about me, lady.
Don't bring yourself down, Susan Ashworth. Today, you are my guest of honor.
Che accadrà ora?
What will happen next?
Depends on you, Susan. Inside my house, there are dark hallways that lead to places you don't want to see. Inside my house, there are dark hallways that lead to places you don't want to see. And cherish every single little breath you take. I'm going to make you an offer, Susan. It's a chance only a fool would refuse.
Okay. An offer? What can you offer me?
Let's come inside. It's getting cold out here.
Ci potremo fidare? Ma soprattutto si può salvare? Oh, salva. Salva. Ok, non si sa mai che si può morire. Non ne ho veramente idea. Osserva. A lonely seashore. Vabbè, quindi il mare da solo.
Please
Tocca.
don't touch anything, dear.
I wasn't going to.
You lied to the whole world, Susan. And you lied to yourself.
Strana signora. Osserva. È davvero qui lei? Forse tutto questo è solo un sogno dopo tutto?
Now we can talk properly, my dear.
Io ancora non so tu chi sia
I
davvero.
still don't really know who you are.
I go by many names. I've never paid much notice to what the living call me, but there is one name the fallen ones use when I speak to them. I find it most accurate. The Queen of
La regina dei
Maggots.
vermi.
Is that what you are? Why, maggots?
Because they feed on what's dead and gone.
Dead and gone.
Quindi lei si nutre dei
I
morti?
guess that's me.
Sarò punita per essermi tolta la vita?
Will I be punished for taking my own life?
Most people would be, but not you, Susan. You see, I watched you long enough to understand how you feel. I don't expect you to believe me, but I actually have sympathy for you. Who knows, I could be your only friend. The only friend in the whole wide world. So like I said, I'm going to make you an offer. I want to help you. I will give you back your happiness in exchange for a simple task. Your life will change completely. You will be yourself again. And you will soon forget the sadness that has consumed your heart for years.
Ma c'è qualcun altro qui?
Is there anyone else here?
E ride.
Why, I thought you liked being alone. Isn't that why you ran away from everyone?
It doesn't matter.
I was standing right behind you when you threw away all those photographs, you know? I brushed your hair every night you cried yourself to sleep. I saw everything. I know what you want, but it's not here. It's gone, and it will never, ever come again.
Proviamo, io non ho più alcuna ragione per vivere, ti prego lasciami andare, vediamo un po'.
I have no reason to live. Please, just let me go. I tried. I really did. But it's never going to be okay.
Who knows, maybe, but one way or the other. This isn't the end of your story. It's only the beginning, my dear, and there are great things waiting for you. Believe me.
Cosa vuoi che faccia?
What do you want me to do?
Yes, I think it's time to explain. But where are my manners? We're still in the hall. This is not a place for a serious talk. Follow me to the next room. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Va bene. Vediamo un po' che cosa ci propone.
What's your offer then? What can you fix that life has destroyed?
Susan, death can fix nothing. But though we are both dead, I am not death. I might seem just like a strange old woman to you, but I'm just as powerful as gods. And I chose you, Susan Ashworth. I'll need you to go back and face 5 people. They're not ordinary people. They're very special. Just like you, only in a slightly different way.
Affrontare 5 persone. In che modo? Io sono una fallita, perché hai scelto
I'm
me?
a failure. Why did you choose me? Aren't you afraid I will let you down, whatever it is I have to do? Most days, it's enough of a struggle to crawl out of bed. I don't see the point in anything. I just want to disappear. And I hate everyone else because they know how to be happy. Everywhere I turn, there are people filled with hope and will to live. Or people so pitiful, they make me ashamed to be alive. I don't want them. There's nobody there for me. I am alone. I just want to vanish.
This is the very reason I chose you, Susan Ashworth. I know how you feel, because I felt like this myself for a very long time. You and me are very much
Beh sì,
alike.
sembra lei da
If
vecchia.
you succeed, you will never feel broken again.
Quelle 5 persone chi sono?
Those 5 people, who are they?
The parasites, that's what I call them. They don't know each other, but their destinies are bound together. You will have to keep your eyes open and be constantly on guard. Those people will want to get closer to you. They might even pretend they are your friends, but don't let that fool you. They have nothing but cruel intentions. They'll want to hurt you, Susan. They'll want to kill you. As harmless as they might appear, parasites are the evil scum of the earth, and they all deserve to die.
Isn't my life bad enough without them?
Don't be frightened. You will have a great advantage over them. They don't know that you know. Do you understand what it means? You will become my hunter. serving punishment for their sins. A tool of destruction. A dark angel walking through the river of blood. You find your purpose in life and you see for the first time how satisfying it can be.
But how will I recognize them?
There isn't a great deal of people in your lonely life, is there, Susan? You will know when you see them. Bring those deceitful bastards in front of me, and we'll make them regret for everything they've done.
Ma cosa ti fa credere che io voglia tornare
What
indietro?
makes you think I want to go back? I finally did it. I killed myself. That's all I ever wanted. And yet, it turns out to be just another failure. I want this suffering to stop.
Dear, dear Susan, you don't realize that the suffering never stops, do you? It only gets worse. This place is a passage between the world of the living and the world of the dead. You enter one of these corridors and you never come back. But you don't cease to exist. You remain.
Ti aspetti che io li uccida?
Are you expecting me to kill them?
No, Susan, I'm expecting you to fight for survival. To do everything you can to defend yourself. I know you're not a murderer. Quite the opposite, actually. You're a good person. And I also know that you don't want to suffer. And those people will want to cause you pain. They won't hesitate. In the end, you might have no choice. Think of it as gardening. If there were weeds among the flowers, you'd pull them out, wouldn't you? You'd get rid of them without thinking twice about it.
I'm not really a gardening type, but I see your point.
I'm glad. And remember this, you are not the only victim. If you don't stop them, the killing will continue. Innocent people will die. You have the opportunity to make the difference. And a chance to save yourself.
Non posso farlo, è troppo.
I can't do this. It's too much. Dealing with criminals is a job for the police, not someone like me.
Indeed, you are weak. That's why I have prepared a special gift for you. Immortality. You cannot die, Susan. You will always return to life no matter what happens to you.
What? This is the last thing I wanted. Please, can't you just let me die?
I've made the decision. As long as they are alive, you cannot
Niente,
die.
poverino, lei non può scegliere praticamente. È un ricatto, non puoi farlo.
Blackmail. You can't do that.
I'm doing it for your own good. Anyway, you are in no position to bargain with me. You will either go and do what you have to do, or suffer for eternity. Forever unable to find your peace.
Tutto questo deve essere solo uno strano sogno, io non ti credo.
This all must be just a weird dream. I don't believe you.
Susan, see this door here?
Oddio, è
Let's
scomparsa la
go
testa.
inside. I want to show you something that will help you make up your mind. Follow me.
Che cose brutte ci farà vedere perché cambiamo idea? Quello che fanno di brutto queste persone?
Yes, it's you, Susan. Come close. Say hello.
I don't want to look at it. Haven't I had enough yet? That body in the ambulance. Then the forest. But this place is... This is exactly what I was trying to run away from. I don't want to be here. Make it go away.
I assumed it would be wise to give you a little taste of the suffering you'd endure. I want you to understand that you can keep going long after you count.
Il piede di porco, eccolo subito, grandissimo. È conficcato nella croce, suppongo di poterlo tirar via facilmente. E quando mai? Ok, è una vera avventura grafica adesso. Crocifissa, tutta sola, in un posto che è cambiato completamente. Vorrei davvero non essere qui.
Susan, it's time to make a decision. The parasites are coming, whether you want it or not. You haven't really got much choice. You must stand up for yourself.
Va bene, farò come vuoi tu, io non prendo ordine da nessuno, lo farò a modo mio. Questo,
I take orders from nobody. I'll do it my way.
Don't you understand? There is no other way.
Well, I don't know that. Besides, you could be lying to me. How do I know you aren't?
Esatto.
I'm no murderer. I don't want to be. I'll find another way without you.
What?
Look, I appreciate you giving me another chance. Don't get me wrong. I can see now that I've made a mistake, and I'm ready to try to fix my life. But I really don't like what you're saying. If there's one thing I learned in life, it's that people let you down all the time. If I don't rely on myself, I can't rely on anyone else.
You fool! You damned arrogant fool! You have no idea what you have just done. But fine, have it your way. In the end, I will be the
Vedremo,
one
cara,
laughing
vedremo.
at you. I always am.
Insultala, fai sarcasmo, scusa, ti fai sarcasmo?
Yeah, don't laugh too hard, old woman. You might break something.
When we meet again, you will beg me on your knees to give you a second
Già me la stai
chance.
dando la
I
seconda
don't really
chance, no?
believe in second chances, so I might have to disappoint you again. Look, this is all just a bad dream. I want to wake up. I'm back in the house.
Allora,
Okay,
siamo
it'll be
in
fine.
casa.
I don't need her.
Non ho bisogno di
I'm
lei.
sure I'll figure out what to do.
Ma speriamo di aver fatto la scelta giusta. Io ho scelto quella perché secondo me era migliore, poi va a capire. Ok. Gioco salvato con successo. A questo punto mi chiedo se sia rigiocabile, perché comunque ha sbloccato l'obiettivo di farò tutto da sola. Quindi mi chiedo se sia rigiocabile obiettivamente. Strano, la fiamma sembra forte, ma non fa fumo. Abbiamo soffiato la fiamma. Che è successo soffiando la fiamma? Chi è questo?
They left me no choice, Alice. Maybe one day you'll forgive me.
Ah, soffiando la fiamma uccidiamo la gente? Quindi forse siamo un po' assassini uguali. La candela, la candela, la candela. Forse non dovevo farlo. Aspetta, no. Ho detto io non voglio ammazzare la gente. Carica questo. Ok, lasciamo le candele così. Vediamo se c'è un altro modo, se li possiamo aiutare. Oddio, veramente la regina dei vermi.
I can't get through these. What the hell are they anyway?
Che schifo. No, devo trovare un modo di poter passare. Possiamo usare magari il piede di porco? Per quanto utili possano essere questi cosi, non c'è nulla qui che possa fare con un piede di porco.
I can't get through these.
Ma io non voglio...
What the hell are they anyway?
Allora, proviamo a usare i piedi di porco. Posso usare i piedi di porco con... No, mi fa solo quadro. Non voglio ammazzare nessuno. Mi tocca per forza ammazzare qualcuno. Ma io non voglio. Non c'è proprio altro modo. Candela, candela e sti cosi.
What the hell are they anyway?
Ma io non voglio. E infatti le candele sono 5, perché sono 5 persone. Ma se io ho deciso di fare di testa mia, se spengo la candela faccio il gioco di quella. Non c'è proprio nessun altro modo. Non ci posso credere.
I can't get through these. What the hell are they anyway?
Però sta cosa mi rode. Non ho assolutamente altro modo. Che palle. Si esce da qua, grazie. Oddio. Ah no, e vabbè, come praticamente uno si deve ammazzare per forza, che è sempre questo. Non ho alternativa, quindi questo va ammazzato.
They left me no choice.
Però, boh, mi pare una cazzata, perché
Maybe
sia
one
quella ho
day
detto avrei fatto in altri
you'll
modi.
forgive me.
Perché devo per forza ammazzarne uno? Non sono d'accordo di questa cosa. Però per uscire uno l'ho dovuto ammazzare per forza. Che cazzata. No, sta cosa
What
non...
How did I get back here?
Sta cosa mi ha fatto un po' storcere il naso. Quindi ne rimangono altri 4. Almeno gli altri 4 cerchiamo di trovare il modo di non ammazzarli a questo punto. Se no dicevo, vabbè, esegui tu gli ordini, amen. Allora, col piede di porco possiamo togliere le assi che stavano lì nel tunnel. Anzi, qua, non nel tunnel, scusate, qua. In questa casa. Ok, quindi assi di legno, piedi di porco, usa. Oro, infila il braccio. Vai, premi. Sto a morire? Posso fare qualcosa? Mi sa che sto morendo dissanguata. Ah no, così la macchina ha rifunzionato. E... Ok, sto scappando qua. Spero la musica non sia troppo alta. The Cat Lady. Capitolo 1 completato. Ok, capitolo 2. Secondo primo respiro.
Yes, I do enjoy fine art. Thank you for noticing. There's a certain raw beauty to it that modern painters often fail to recreate. I always wanted to be an artist myself, but it'll be a long time before I can call myself that. I often say that patients are my canvas, but my job is more about restoration, obviously. I look at the damaged human minds and bring them back to their former beauty. I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you.
No, it's not that. It's just... It's been a difficult couple of days. I'd really like to go home.
Of course, and go home you will. As soon as we've done this little assessment, okay, you'll probably know how it works. I've read in your file you used to be a nurse.
Yes, I know very well how it works. You want to check if I'm nuts.
Well, I wouldn't use that expression, obviously. But yes, we have to make sure you're safe and figure out how to help you. Also, as a nurse yourself, you know there's always paperwork involved. These forms won't fill themselves. Honestly, Susan, you have nothing to worry about. This is just a formality. I could tell straight away that you are not nuts.
Fine. What would you like to know? I will answer all your questions. Then I'll go home, take a long shower, and catch up on sleep.
Wonderful. Let's see then. Where do we begin?
She's awake, Doctor.
Good evening. It's good to see you awake at last. You're in the Cedar Lake Hospital. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the doctors. Would you confirm your name for me, please?
Quindi praticamente ci hanno salvato. Susan Ashworth.
Susan Ashworth.
Hello, Mrs. Ashworth. I'm glad to see you're all right. You're on the ward now. Your condition is stable. I can see your brain functions just fine and there's no permanent damage of any sort. We've checked your internal organs and they're fine too. You're a very lucky lady, Susan. You might experience extreme tiredness and lethargy for a couple of days, but that should soon pass. I would advise plenty of rest now. The nurses on this ward will take it from here. Please let them know if you need anything. Take care, Mrs. Ashworth. Please, don't try to speak. What did you say? Don't worry, Mrs. Ashworth. Your arm is fine. No. There was nothing wrong with your arm, darling. Now calm down.
Would you like me to get you some water? Let me get you a drink. I'll be back in a second. I'm sorry, Susan. Did I wake you? I have to take your blood pressure. 2 seconds and I'm gone. My name is Liz, by the way. I'm sorry. I know this isn't very nice. Believe me, I hate waking people up just for this. But being a nuisance is part of my stupid job, unfortunately. Oof, I hate this place. Tell you what, Susan. Can I call you Susan? So anyway, I shouldn't say it, but you know I'm going to anyway. You are so lucky. It's crazy. You doing what you'd done, and her walking in, seeing what she saw. That was a chance. 1 in a million. I'm not making any sense again, am I? I'm tired. They're working us to death here, you know. Modern day slavery. One day I'll tell them what I really think. I swear I will. And here it is. You've got the blood pressure of an 18-year-old. Just wanted to say you're lucky, I think. And that I hope you've changed your mind about some things. Got to go, but I'll see you later. You take care, sweetheart, yeah?
Oddio. Accecata? Sciolta?
Bad dream?
Sì, uno davvero brutto.
Yeah, a really bad one.
I knew it. I could see as soon as I came in the room that you were having a nightmare. I guess I shouldn't have woken you up. What was it about?
Ero stata bruciata
I
viva.
was burnt alive.
Actually, it reminds me of something that happened the other day. There was this woman on the emergency unit, and she really wanted to smoke, you know? But they wouldn't let her, of course. She wasn't well at all, not just injured, but not right in the head. She was on 10 litres of oxygen through the face mask. She had to stay in bed, she was told. But she wouldn't listen, of course, and as soon as they'd left, she lit up a fag. The whole room went up in flames,
Madonna
and so
santa.
did she. I guess you didn't really want to know that, did you? That's just me and my big gob. Typical. I never know when to shut up.
Puoi ripetermi il tuo
What
nome?
was your name again?
I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? I always do that. So sorry, Susan. My name is Elizabeth. But you can call me Liz, like everyone else.
You're here a lot. Every time I open my eyes, I see you.
They make auxiliaries do crazy hours here. Seriously, I feel like I've got no life sometimes. I'll be here till the morning. To be honest, I keep coming here to hide. Please don't give me away. I just want to rest my legs for 2 minutes, that's all.
Cosa mi è
What
successo?
happened to me?
Well, how much do you remember?
I took some pills and I fell asleep in the chair. I remember how the room kept spinning around me slowly. I felt so calm. And then
Tutto a un tratto era sul campo d'orzo.
all of a sudden, I was on the field of barley. It was great at first. I felt happy. I was free. But it soon got worse. There was this tunnel, but there was no light at the end of it, only darkness. Then I got lost in the woods. There was my dead body hanged on the tree, a burning car, and a crow, and a deer. I heard something behind the trees, but I didn't dare to look. Then I found the house. The old woman who lived there, I think she was Death. Or maybe she was the devil. I'm not sure. She said they call her the Queen of Maggots. She said I should go back, gave me another chance. And so, here I am. Weird dream, eh?
Maybe it wasn't a dream. I really believe in that sort of stuff. It's not impossible.
It felt real, but it was just a dream. Can you now tell me who found me and what happened?
Well, your body went into a coma. You were lucky she came home and found you. I told you that before.
What? Who found me?
Your daughter, of course. She called an ambulance. If it wasn't for her, you'd sure be dead now, Susan.
My daughter?
Yes. Why? Why'd you look so pale all of a sudden, Susan?
I don't have a daughter. Whoever she is, she lied.
But why would she do that?
How should I know? I was in a coma, apparently.
So she lied. It doesn't change the fact that you owe her your life.
I was fine. I didn't ask for any help. Sorry.
Da quant'è che sono qui?
How long have I been here?
I was told you arrived at the hospital at 7 in the evening. You had a cardiac arrest in the ambulance. They had to resuscitate you. Your heart stopped beating for nearly a minute, but they managed to bring you back. You went to the intensive care unit, where they gave you a dose of antidote and pumped your stomach. As soon as your condition was stable, they brought you on this ward. It's called Dime Ward. I call it Die Ward, because all the patients who come here want to die. It's a suicide watch unit. That's why it's so strict. You have to be careful. Nurses here are trigger happy with the sedatives.
Quando mi lasceranno andare a casa?
When will they let me go home?
I'm not sure. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow. Look, I shouldn't say that, but you seem like a nice person. I feel like I should warn you. There's this doctor here. They call him Dr. X. He's a chief of psychiatry in this hospital. You won't be able to go home until he's talked to you, and he's really good at getting into your head. You know what I'm saying? He will ask you a lot of tricky questions. But he's a really great guy. You should trust him.
Dimmi di più di questo dottor X.
Tell me more about this Dr. X.
His name is Xavier Zellman.
Dottor
But
Xavier.
everyone just calls him Dr. X. He comes on the ward often, usually late in the afternoon or in the evening. I personally really like him. But you hear all sorts of stories in a place like this, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is he's been very friendly and supportive. Some doctors won't even say hello to you. But Dr. X usually stops and asks how I am. He knows I have some problems. He can see I'm not happy here. He actually offered me some free weekly sessions. I think I might take him up on his offer.
What are they saying about him?
Oh yeah, they say he's a big flirt. Nurses, cleaners, patients. He doesn't care, as long as they're wearing a skirt. One girl I knew, Linda, I heard they had an affair. Stupid girl. Well, she left, and I never saw her again. Now why do you think that is? Dr. X got her knocked up. They covered it up and quietly got rid of her. Probably paid her some money. I don't know how these things work, but it must have been enough to shut her up. I bet he'll be more careful now. But I can't really say a bad word about him, personally. Well, one thing. Maybe. Don't laugh, okay? He's got a weird smell.
What do you mean?
He smells funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad aftershave. Or maybe it's something he eats.
Oh, thanks for the warning. I'll try not to get too close to him.
Now that I think about it, there's something else too. I'll tell you this, Susan. He starts talking to you, and you just open up and tell him everything. It's very odd. I don't exactly hide things from people, but he got some really private stuff out of me. Really private. You know what I mean? Things I wouldn't tell my mother about. And we haven't even started those sessions yet. So, be prepared for that.
Sure, but it's a bit too late for me to hide how I feel now anyway. I think I made it very clear when I swallowed those pills.
Tu l'hai vista questa mia figlia?
Did you see this daughter of mine?
No, sorry, Susan. Apparently she came in the ambulance with you, but then she remembered something and had to go. I think someone mentioned she went in quite a hurry.
Of course she did. She was worried I'd ask her what she was doing in my flat.
Saving your life?
Do I really have to give her a benefit of the doubt just because of that?
One would assume so. That girl is a hero. Maybe real heroes always leave before their identity is revealed.
Or she was a burglar, attempting to steal from me.
That's a possibility too. Have you got anything very precious in your flat?
Maybe.
Che cosa c'ha di prezioso? Dimmi qualcosa più su di te.
Tell me something more about yourself.
Me? I'm a nobody. I'm just a hard-working girl. We all have to pay our bills somehow, right? I rent a room not far from here. There are 2 other girls living in the house. One is an auxiliary nurse, like me. She's always sick. The other one is a stripper. At least I think so. She's never home at night.
Maybe she works at night, like you.
Yeah, but I don't leave for work wearing red stockings and heels, do I?
No, you're right. You're a real nurse, not some man's fantasy of one.
I used to do all that for my boyfriend. You know, dress up as a sexy nurse and all. Well, I did it just once, really. He didn't like it that much. He didn't like me that much either. Broke up with me last Valentine's Day. Of all the days, he chose that one, eh?
Stronzo.
He never told me why, but I don't care anymore.
Vabbè, direi che sono stanca, lasciami dormire.
I'm tired. Let me sleep now.
Fine. I'll see you again. Be careful who you trust here, Susan. They will be watching you.
How do I know you're not one of them?
You don't. But do I really look like a bad person to you?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll see you tonight. Remember what I said. Dreams are just dreams. But when they turn into nightmares, it's good to have someone there to pinch your arm and wake you up, right?
We'll start with a little chat about your childhood. I want you to be as honest as possible. It's important if we want to get to the bottom of your problem. Count to 10 and tell me when you're ready, Susan.
Ok, ragazzi, io direi che ci fermiamo qui per questo episodio e il prossimo ci faremo la chiacchierata con questo dottore e vediamo un po' come andrà col dottor X Xavier. E wow, gioco molto interessante sembra. Voi mi raccomando fatemi sapere cosa ne pensate, eh? Come sempre mettete un mi piace, lasciate un commento, iscrivetevi al canale, vi aspetto anche su Telegram e al prossimo episodio. Alla prossima, ciao ciao!